sorry to start the video like this in shitty lighting, but bro, it's the last day of the month. I should have filmed my flip through today. Probably gonna do it tomorrow, but dude, I actually can't. Like, excuse me? What do you mean he's in my hands right now? What the fuck do you mean he's like actually like in my house, in my hands? I've literally texted anybody who has even heard me whisper about this man. I've texted like almost everybody telling them that I got it. Like anybody. And like, bro. Nobody give a shit. Okay. I'm scared to touch him. I have been shaking ever since I opened it because literally I got this letter in the mail and I was like, I don't know what this is. Like I didn't know which card this was. So I was like, okay, a cute little surprise. I opened it. I actually screamed and dropped it on my desk. Piss off right fucking now. Like, I've literally been telling one of my friends, like, imagine I open it and I turn it around and the back is just gone and it says, "Ha, you got scammed." Like, I'll actually just jump. But anyway, wonderful start to the video. He'll probably be in the binder when I do the flip through, but like, dude, €3 damn as well. Excuse me? Excuse me? We don't talk about the other one of him that I have on the way that was $24 US. We're gonna ignore that and get on with the monthly flip through now. Okay, first of all, I know you saw me opening a letter before this. He is in the binder and I am gonna talk about him still. So yeah, this is the monthly flip through of May. I don't think that much has changed in my binders, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's basically just gonna be exactly the same, except I'm gonna have more shit that I want to talk about. So first of all, this is back to single-sided because the double-sided, these pages just aren't made for it, so it was pissing me off. It was pissing me off, so I decided I was just gonna leave it. I don't know why you can't really see this one. Apologies, I've set my camera up weird. So I saw the 80s movie. Even though I'd already seen them in concert, I went to see the movie, and I went with one of my friends who like isn't into K-pop, isn't into 80s, but she like knew them, and like I had gotten her to like memorize the members, and she had been stuck for a favorite between Mingi and Songhwa, because at first it was Songhwa and then I hate this camera angle, hold on. Okay, I think I like that a bit more. But she was like, before I put her through quote unquote boot camp, her favorite was Songhwa, and then she had been stuck between Songhwa and Mingi, and then once we went and saw the movie, we came out and I was like, has your favorite changed, or are you still stuck between Songhwa and Mingi? And she was like, it's Songhwa. It's Songhwa. I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, perfect. So she actually picked one, and she's very much loves Songhwa. But it was so good. It was really loud. Like both of us, we left with a headache. It was so loud. And honestly, the HD visuals were insane. Like actually, like you could see the sweat dripping. It was insane, and I loved it so much. I didn't record anything because like my cinema etiquette specifically, and cinema etiquette in general in like England, is quite like naturally strict. Like they don't tell you off for stuff, but we just naturally don't really like speak out or make a lot of noise in cinemas. So basically nobody was making any noise. And my cinema was actually really empty. Like it was so empty. Like there was barely anybody in there. But there were only a couple people who went like, And then there was one girl that was behind me and my friend who was Hongjing biased very clearly. And every time he came on the screen, she would like kick her feet and she would hit the floor and it would make my chair shake. And it pissed me off quite a lot. But, you know, I was trying to contain myself. Oh yeah, y'all, I'm actually doing something about Golden Hour Part 1. We can ignore the fact that I have one brown back and the rest are maroon. We can just ignore that part because it's not real. It's not real. I need to turn one of these round because one of these is on the way, but I've forgotten which one it is. Never mind. Oh, I actually, yeah. No, wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, the 80s movie was actually really good, even though I'd already seen like most of it. And then because I didn't get to see Deja Vu, I got to see it in concert. Side note, change this page setup up for Golden Hour Part 2. Because there were like 8 cards for each like outfit concept. So I've put selfies, the concepts, and then the like half concept up. It really makes it obvious how KQ chooses quantity over quality, because he just changed something about his hand in both of those pictures and kind of in these. Like, it really gives away how ridiculous the cards are for Golden Hour Part 2. And I'm not on Golden Hour Part 3 yet because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I'm just gonna ignore it because the comeback is so disappointing. Like, I have found it so disappointing so far. Like, when the albums dropped, like the physical ones dropped, there's no photo cards in the quote-unquote photo book version. It's not technically a photo book version. It's kind of like the Treasure albums because they didn't have photo books, but they had OT8 postcards. And they're kind of, I think the boxes are the same shape, but it's like, people thought that that would make the album cheaper. It's not. If anything, it's more expensive. And I don't understand why. And then the song names dropped and there's only 4 tracks, and I'm like, I'm so grateful the 80s are even managing to take time out of their really busy schedules to produce even 4 songs. But like, I'm such a hater, y'all. I don't like most of the names. Like, Now This House Ain't a Home, it's a mouthful, and the acronym is just bad. You can't like shorten it and make it look nice. It's just like, so in my humble opinion, I'm ignoring Golden Hour Part 3. I'm gonna listen to the music, but I'm gonna ignore everything else apart from joining a couple of group orders so that my friend can win a fan call. That is all I'm gonna do. So if those songs are not the most amazing songs 80s have ever created, like Inception answer level songs, I'm just gonna be like, okay, because it's so very clearly a KQ cash grab before the tour and then enlistment. I'm just sick. I'm sick. But yeah, that's my opinion on Golden Hour Part 3. I'm just gonna pretend that it doesn't exist. Okay, y'all. I finally had the confidence to take him out of my binder, take him out of the letter and put him in my binder, and I have not shut up about it. Everybody is getting pissed off with me because I will not shut the fuck up. I think I've talked about him before, but if it helps, I'm gonna do it again. Since the second I found out that this card existed, because I knew that he had done his hair like this before, where he didn't have the raccoon tails, he didn't have the black highlights, his hair was neon green, because I think he did a couple concerts with his hair like that. And the second I found out he had that hair, I was like, y'all, is there any photo card on this damn earth of him with that hair? Because I love it so much. I absolutely adore it, and I need it. Like, I need this shit now. And then I found out this card existed. I thought it was weird because it was from Outlaw era, but to be honest, when Will era started, he had the raccoon tails and black highlights, so. But like, y'all, you don't understand. Since the moment I found out this card existed, I have been searching high and low I've been digging tooth and nail through concrete and mud to find this card. And it's not a good thing that he's quite rare. Like, he's quite a rare card. Like, one of the first times I ever found him was from a UK seller, and he was, like, pending, and I was like, is it okay if I still ask about him and stuff? And they were like, yeah, he's pending for somebody else, but if you, like, bought more cards, I would give you priority to him. And I was like, okay. And then I was going to buy more cards from them, but they had really slow DMs, and I was like, you know what? I don't think it's worth it, and also I don't want to be spending this much money on, like, ridiculous album cards that I didn't really need just to get him. So I gave up on that, and then someone else ended up buying him. And then I saw him in another sale post that was, like, being sold like a group order. And then somebody who didn't even bias him had claimed him in it. And I was absolutely raging. I was like, you have no idea how badly I want to be you. And then there was this one girl who, she's all over my Instagram, and, like, I see her stories and her posts all the time, and I've not joined anything from her yet, but I plan on it. She posted a want to trade post for her, like, Wuyong ESO cards, and he was on there, and I was like, you are just slapping me in the face right now, because it was a want to trade only post. I was like, you are absolutely having a fucking laugh. You are having a giggle, aren't you? So then I kept DMing, like, buy sell trade like page, like, group chats, being like, guys, if you find any of her ESO cards, send them to me before her, because that was, like, really horrible, but, like, I was willing to do anything for this motherfucker. I was like, y'all, if you see any of these cards, send it to me, I'll buy it and I'll trade with her. And literally, I did not care, because this is just an album pop. I would have traded the most rare Wuyong on this walking earth just for him. Like, I wouldn't even do number to one. That man's worth it. And then my friend DM'd me a month or so ago, and she was like, bro, I fucking found him. I was like, you have no nerve. No, you did not. And she was like, yes, I did. And I asked her how much it was. She said $20. I said, girl, let me in. And I didn't have that kind of money at the time, so I got one of my friends to spot me, and I've paid her back for that now. But, like, I was like, you know what? He's worth it to me. He's worth the 24 to me. And then this big group chat, that there's another BST group chat that I'm in, and, like, I talk about URANIUM YEOSANG in that group chat so much that everybody knows me as the URANIUM YEOSANG guy. Everybody knows me as the guy who wants this card, right? Because I have a friend who also ESOs him real bad, but she took him out of her ESO because she could never find him and she was losing hope. But I never did that. Even though I was losing hope, I kept my post up, I kept searching. Look at me now. And then someone found a group order with him in it, unclaimed, and like 4 people put it in that group chat, and they all tagged me, and I was like, y'all are my day ones. Y'all are my day damn ones. And I claimed him, but I accidentally typed it wrong, and then I had to get it fixed because I was, like, so locked in that I ended up accidentally locking out and getting it wrong. I don't think that group order is going to secure, but let's be for real. He's right there. And he was $10, and I was like, you know what, still worth it, because every time I see this man ever, like, mine, you know, and I have. And then I saw another sale post that had a bunch of green Yeosangs and him, and I was literally shaking because he was €3. What do you mean he was €3? And I was like, give it to me now, give it to me now. Like, I've just bought one for $24 because that was with shipping. Give him to me now. Give him to me now. I can't do this. No. So I bought him. That's this one. He was the €3 one. $24 one. My friend sourced it for me, so it's going to her before it's going to me. And then the other one in the group order, I don't know if that's going to secure or not, but if it does, then I'm going to have 3. And I already have 2 friends who I'm going to sell them to, because I know how hard it is to find this motherfucker, and I want to share the love. I want to share it, because after I found him in the want to trade post, I was finding him everywhere. And no, I went from never being able to find him to seeing him every 5 posts, and I was like, literally hyperventilating. I was hyperventilating. So I now kind of have a luck where I find him quite a lot. So I'm going to like send posts of him to my friends because they aren't finding them, but I am somehow. So I am just going to be like sending those posts to anybody who I know who wants it. And then I have one more that I know is coming. And I think I'm selling it to one of my friends who just wants him. Like, she doesn't like high ESO him, but she wants him. And like, she was the one that helped me buy the 24 one. And she was like, yeah, I'm not paying that much for him. I was like, don't you worry, girl. I'm the only person who would pay that much for him. Because that was honestly ridiculous. My heart was hurting. I was in pain. But yeah, y'all, now he's home. And I am never gonna shut the fuck up. Never ever. And also, what's that right there? What's that right there? Ozempic Yeosang's also come home, y'all. He's not as special, but I'd say he's like second in the ranking of my favorite Yeosang pops ever. He is so fucking hilarious. And this is my favorite outfit from Will ever. Apart from the silver puffer jacket, but they're like tied because look at this. Yes! Like, yes! I love it. And then, I don't know which one of these are new. This one's also new. I was going to collect a 4-page of cards with him wearing that, but I can't be asked. Anyway, we're finally moving on. This is my tour page. I still haven't changed this one because although this one doesn't really fit, I don't really have any other card that would fit better than that. So I'm just keeping it like that. And then on the back of that one, we have blonde Yeosangs, a kind of a mix from the season songs, and then the rest of my green Yeosangs. And I didn't even realize this, but I had 9 cards from Golden Hour, like, in total. So I've done, like, a 2-2-2-2, which is what I'm doing with my Digipacks from Golden Hour Part 1. But I just did 2-2-2-2. I love it so much. I didn't even realize I had 9, and then I was rearranging last night because URANIUM YEOSANG came last night, and I was like, I need to set stuff up because the page that he was on looked so ugly. I was like, I need to get this man out. And then I've done this, and I love it. And then on the back, we just have the thingy that my songlog came in. Yup, we're finally done with Yeosang. I can finally shut the fuck up about URANIUM YEOSANG. I'm not actually gonna do that. I'm just pretending that I am. But yeah. And then I made like this ESO post for my top Yeosang pubs, but also the like album cards that I wanted because I have almost finished Golden Hour Part 2. I actually have the last one coming. I'm like, I don't know how far through I am with Golden Hour Part 1, but I'm trying to finish it. And then I didn't even realize, but like I had been trading with some people and I realized that I was almost finished with Halazia era. Like, it doesn't look like it right now because I haven't even thought about these yet. I'm gonna probably ignore it. But these, like, I'm only missing 4. Like, I have 5 coming. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to end up having that one because the girl that was selling it to me ended up being a, like, kind of a piece of shit, and we had a huge argument and she blocked me. So I don't know if I'm getting that. Also, I'm going to rant about her for a second because when we were friends, she sent me this Yeosang set that she was going to host for, and she was like, do you want any of these? And there was one that I wanted, but I was like, I don't know if I would have the money for it when it secures because, like, obviously I'm a student. I don't have that much money. So I was like, you know what? Maybe, like, don't write me down for him, but, like, if he's free, when I have the money, I'll, like, claim him. And she just wrote me down for him anyway, and I was like, okay, well, that's okay because I know that she knows I said maybe. So surely she'll be okay if I say no. Then we got in the huge argument like a couple months later and she blocks me. And then I was on like my main account that she doesn't have me blocked on, and like I checked some of her group orders because, you know, I'm curious and I'm a hater. And I saw that she had reposted that group order set, and she had me written down for him. But she hadn't tagged me, obviously, because she couldn't, because I'm blocked. But what do I do now? Because I said maybe. and I said that I would likely end up saying no, and now I'm not friends with her anymore, and she has malicious intent towards me because she talked smack about me all the time to the friends of ours that stayed neutral. And, like, she has me written down for him, but first of all, how is she going to contact me if they secure? Because if she tries to contact me through a friend, I'm going to tell them that I said maybe. I didn't say yes. Oh my god. Ugh. And then, like, I don't even need that pub anymore. Like, I was probably gonna end up saying no, but she just wrote me down for him anyway, and I'm like, girl, no. And the thing is, it, like, my emoji for claiming stuff used to be a bow, and, like, I'll be honest, it was a worm at first, but then she was like, I'm scared of worms, so I changed it to a bow. It's an emoji worm, okay? Shut the fuck up. And then I changed it to a llama because the llama emoji on my phone is pink, and I'm like, yes, you know, like, I love the little camel. The little llama. It's so cute. It was that long ago that the claim emoji I had used was a bow. It had been that long, and that was literally ages ago. Like, literally forever ago. So I forgot that group order existed, and then I checked it. I was like, oh, let's see what's going on here. And she had me down for something, and I was like, girl, no. First of all, she's going to try and contact me through our friends. Second of all, she's going to try and make me pay for it. And I'm like, girl, no. Like, I don't want to piss anybody off, and I don't want to risk getting a Dwyer on myself. But, like, because even though I will have done one thing wrong, like, if she tries to DM me and I don't pay, that's one thing I've done wrong. She will try and make a Dwyer on me anyway. And, like, bro, no, I don't need that pub because I've changed all my setups, so I don't need that pub anymore. But how the fuck do I tell her no? Because she already hates my guts. So if I try and tell her, oh, by the way, you can look back through our chat log, I said maybe, I didn't say yes, so please take me off. And she's like, she'll be like, you need a backup, you need a replacement. No, I don't, because I said maybe. I didn't say yes, which means I have not officially claimed that card. You just have me written down for it, for no reason. Like, piss me with that bullshit. Anyway, I didn't realize how close I was to finishing Halazia era, so I just kind of put them in my album card ESO, and then I put the outlaw action cards in, because, like, I never see them, because nobody bothers, like, selling them, because they're like, oh, nobody will buy this. But in a stroke of luck, in one of the group orders that one of my friends is hosting, there was a free with purchase card that was Yeosang's action card, and I didn't want to join for anything, and I didn't just want to join for the free with purchase because that's ridiculous. So one of my friends who did join, I was like, girl, can you, like, claim that free with purchase for me? And, like, and before she even, like, agreed in the group chat, one of our other friends who keeps track of all of those claims was like, girl, I already wrote her down for it. Thank you. And then and then that same friend who was selling her own photo cards had 2 of the same Yeosang action card and was like, this card I'm selling where you only pay for the shipping, like, you don't have to buy the card. And I was like, since I already have cards coming from you, do you mind just, like, putting that action card in there? She was like, yes, of course. So I have 2 of them, and I don't think you'll meet anybody who's more excited about action cards than me, because I actually kind of love them. I hate that they weren't labeled, but I love them, because that you look at them and you're like, yeah, that's definitely Yeosang, and I love it. But let's actually move on, because I'm talking way too much. Like, this is the first fucking binder and I can't shut my mouth. I have, like, only, like, 2 friends that actually watch, like, my videos, and one of them, I was texting her, I was like, I already filmed my flip through, but I really had nothing to talk about, and it was only, like, 12 minutes long. Well, are you proud now, Sim? Because I talked a fuck ton today. I want to move this more centered. I talked an absolute fuck ton about dumb shit. Okay. We're on the little one, y'all. This one's changed, as it always does. The only thing that stays the same is Yeosang album cards. Nothing ever stays the same in this one. So, I don't know if you were present the last time I don't fucking remember, but I've dropped bias records. I couldn't get rid of this one because it was too cute, but I got rid of bias records and I'm just keeping Yeosang's IDs in here because why the fuck not? And then I'm keeping this Taehyun. Yes, I dropped Taehyun, y'all, in the name of Yeosang, okay? Because listen, this man is stressing me the fuck out, and I feel like I can only collect him and Minjae at the minute, so I dropped Taehyun. I'll pick him back up once I finish Yeosang's album cards, but not right now. Not right now. I can't. And then Hyunin Kai, because of my friend. Why am I talking so much? Oh, I need to shut my mouth. Anyway, with All Hours, I dropped Minjae. No, I didn't. I need to factory reset my brain. I dropped Hyunbin because I was at first Minjae and Yumin biased, and then I was Minjae and Hyunbin biased. But like right at the start, I was just Minjae biased, and I think I just am. I don't think I have a second bias because every time I like consider it, I'm just like, well, Minjae, but like Minjae, you know. So I'm just Minjae biased, y'all. So I have all of his album cards finished, apart from the first press cards for Smoke Point, but I'm gonna be so for real, I don't want them. I don't want them, they're like dumb concept cards, and I just don't really want them. Yeah, and then we're just straight onto freebies. One of these is really badly creased, ignore that. I changed it around so that I had like an OT8. It's not consistent at all, but we're just gonna ignore it. And then this one's in a photo card holder. This is my it's in my proof top loader. This is on my bag. These ones are so cute. Wait, look at this. Dude, literally, I sent a picture of that freebie to like a buy sell trade group chat, and someone screenshotted it and sent it to me. It had a nudity warning. I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Whoa, the only nudity warning is me after that Sansang gym post yesterday, okay? And then we have Wham! All Hours freebies. This is my bias and then my two friends' biases, which was pure luck, which is so cute. Then we have my concert confetti from the 80s concert, guys. And then we have people's business cards. Not all of them have usernames on them. Like, well, what am I talking about? They all do, but like, I don't know all of them. And this one this was the Uranium Yeosang one, and they got a page to themselves because I ran out of pages. I moved my Cherry Yeosangs because after those cinema cards... No, actually. It completely demotivated me, and I will not, in fact, be doing that, so... I'll only do it, if I win the lottery. Yeah. I will be getting pink Yeosangs, though. That's all of these. They're gonna look so bad, but I don't even care. And then I just put the cards that I have up for sale in here, because, like, I had them in a box that was, like, shut, and they were unsleeved, and they were perfectly fine. And then I was sleeving this Yuno to put him in here, and he had a bit of damage. And I was like, where did this damage come from? Because it was not there when I bought him. So then I got scared, and I put them all in here, because they're safer in here than they are in there. That box only has the cards that I'm selling to one of my friends at the minute. But, yeah, I just put them in age order. Then we have random shit. Hyunjin, Sungkwan, Yumin, Monster X, and then we have a little Jongsob in the back, and then there's my Cherry Yeosangs back there. I just... No. But yeah, that's it. There's like nothing in this binder. It's just full because there's a bunch of random shit in here. I actually love Minjae's Witness. I think is my favorite All Hours era, like ever. Like it's definitely my favorite. And Minjae's fit, like the nails, like get out. I literally love it so much. But yeah, that is my very, very, very mentally exhausting for you, not for me, because I will never stop talking. Flip through for the end of May. Hopefully I can get this edited and up on the 31st, because it is the 31st today, but maybe I'll have to post it tomorrow. I have no idea, but yeah, I love Uranium Yeosang, and I am not going to shut up about him for the next 6 months.